A very, very big welcome to all of you. I am now in Germany and I would like to dedicate this next reading to all the lunar and solar eclipses we've been passing through. And we know that this month, this beginning of the month, the summer, this Cancer energy has played a very strong effect on us. So I would like to just remind you again to look back at when we had first on the 5th of June, the lunar eclipse in Sagittarius, where we started to have an evolutionary leap, right? Why I'm doing this, coming back to these very specific points, is because these three planets are aligning, right? So we have the moon, we have the earth, and we have the sun. That creates a lunar eclipse, right? The sun shines onto the moon, otherwise we would not see the moon. The earth comes in between and creates the shadow on top of the moon, and that creates the lunar eclipse in Sagittarius. So Sagittarius, again, remember, was the forward bend, was this going deep within, which is the guardian angel, right? In the traditional tarot deck, it is the card of temperance. And temperance means I have to go within. I have to find, again, this middle connection between the dark and the light. Now remember, when I put you into an absolutely dark, pitch dark room, you do not see anything, not even your hand in front of your eyes. If I put you equally into a room that is bright, so bright, you do not see your hand in front of your eyes as well. So in the essence, the black and the light, or the white, are the same. You do not see anything with your two eyes. So here, this bowing down brings you into the equilibrium of the past and the future uniting in the present moment. And here we had the theme of making an evolutionary leap in your life, right? Making a step forward for all of humanity. So I'm just one more time showing you the card itself, right, that we had back then. So there you were planting a seed. How did that seed work out for you? Then we had on the 21st of June a solar eclipse. And a solar eclipse is when we have the earth, we have the moon, and then we have the sun, right? So the moon is moving between the earth and the sun. And thus we see from the earth perspective, the sun covered with the moon. And when the sun covers the moon, when the moon covers the sun, which is the only planet that can do that. And we can see how small the moon actually is because the sun is so far away. And the sun is huge, right? And the sun was covered by the moon, creating a solar eclipse. We didn't see it here in Europe, but in other places like Asia and India, they were able to see this almost 99%, right? It was a very strong one, solar eclipse in Cancer. And that was when we started to realize we are one. We are all together in this. We all have to figure this out, and we cannot leave one behind, because if we leave one behind, that means you leave yourself behind. And so here this position was the Ashwa Sanchalanasana, right? Taking ashwagandha to calm yourself down and to making or helping you to not go into the extreme stress, right? And to help you to focus and to align yourself through this position where you really need to use your third eye. And it's not about, oh, only the right or the left. It's about equal, otherwise I cannot use these wings. I cannot use anything. I cannot fulfill my life, because I need to use both wings if I want to fly, if I want to rise, right? That was the wings. If we have a mission greater than ourselves. And then we had on the 4th and 5th of July, we had another lunar eclipse, and that one was in Capricorn, where we rise above our karma, and there the position was the dancer pose. Here now I have the picture finally finished. Last time it was looking a little bit different, right? I had just the checkboards and the position, but here I decided to create Capricorn, the devil, again, something that wants to come into an equilibrium. We must find a place of, even though I am absolutely bright as that dancer pose in the middle of the city, and even though I have also the darkness within me, I am in nature. And I'm here on the asphalt or the darkness, the clouds. And here I am on the grass with the flowers and the sun with the universe above me, right? So we always have a constant play between absolute darkness and absolute brightness. And this was the lunar eclipse in Capricorn, where we started to rise above our karma. And karma is what we created ourselves. All the negativity, there is not really a devil. There's just out of balance. There is not you understanding that the darkness or that apparent negativity is the womb, is the earth, is that planting the seed. It's that fertile ground to actually make a difference. So here again are the 3 positions: bowing down, at the same time standing up, being strong, focused, the horse, the Cancer, and again dancing with it, dancing here, right? The dancer pose, finding an equilibrium, finding again this joy of being aware. Even though I go within, I go inside, and I go and reach for this higher purpose. I'm dancing, doing that. And now again, we are having a new moon in Cancer, where we again plant a seed in this very focused presence of the family, of the home, of the security, in opposition of Capricorn, Saturn in Capricorn, the dancer pose. Now these two play with each other. At one point I am here in this position, strong and focused, and I can step forward, right? The foot that is behind in high lounge steps up and comes into a dancer pose, which is a very difficult thing to do. And then stepping back again into high lounge, which is exactly what this wants or asks from us, right? We have the new moon in Cancer, opposite of Saturn in Capricorn. What does that mean? The new moon, this feminine, dark, right, fertile ground where we want to plant a seed of becoming safe and secure, nurturing each other, the family, the home, the social, soothing, calming energy that we want to bring to Saturn, where we learn it the hard way, in Capricorn, which is structure, order, discipline, laws, and to be respectful. And now doing this in a very loving and kindful way, being kind, being loving, how to transition between the two. I will do a sequence just about that. Okay, so reminding you to give yourself this nurturing energy, right? Nurturing energy, going deep in, going into the womb, going into the dark, so we can grow this beautiful lotus flower out of this inner equilibrium and be in the light, right? And do it respectfully towards yourself. And when you do it towards yourself, you can do it for others. Which is kind of like, I would like to say it as, say no, gently and kindly, but firmly, right? So once in a time, we need to say no, like a king, like a man that leads, right? Becoming your own leader, becoming your own, when we had the picture of Nelson Mandela and Mahatma Gandhi, becoming your own leader for your own tribe, right? Standing up and bringing it into the center, into the equilibrium, where the touch is between the positive and the negative. Again, where the dark and the light horse is uniting and creating the center, where the sun is, where Lingam and Yoni is, where new creation is happening, where we spread our wings. Every person matters, because you are all the people, the billions and billions of people that are existing right now in many various forms, right? And we have to understand that if something on the outside is creating a negativity in the inside, you have not yet found that absolute inner equilibrium, that absolute inner connection between the black and the white, the new moon and the full moon. Great. And now I'm going to each individual reading. Thank you for watching. Namaste. Hello, Leo. So this is your personal reading for the new moon in Cancer on the 20th of July. I am going to use the Mystical Shaman Oracle deck, and I'm going to pick 4 cards for these 4 special events, right? We had the lunar eclipse in Sagittarius, and then we had the solar eclipse in Cancer, and again a lunar eclipse in Capricorn, and now a new moon in Cancer. So I'd like you to meditate, or invite you to meditate, right? It's not that you have to, but it invites you to meditate and see where is your contribution to this evolutionary leap and to the sentence, we are one, right? Or you are a leader to your community, and you are a leader, right? You are Leo. So 2 came out. You are Leo and you are a leader, even though you're a fixed sign, right? So you're in between and you can be quite fixed. If it's not the way you want it, you are unhappy, right? And remember, anything that's influencing from the outside and can shake the inside, means it's you let yourself be controlled by outside forces, and your inner core, this inner concentration can be shaken, right? And you don't want that. You want to be so powerful that nothing, but really nothing, can shake you, and you stay in the center of this black and white awareness. Okay, and one more. There we go. Okay, good. So we start with the number 23, the giveaway. This is connected to the first lunar eclipse on the 5th of June, which was in Sagittarius, which was, again, this card, right? Remember, the guardian angel, Sagittarius, this temperance, this awareness of going within. And when you go within, you start seeing this, that you can give away everything you have, everything that you have acquired, everything that you have learned, right? Through these eclipses, solar and lunar, doesn't matter. You are becoming aware, right? And when we become aware, we become open to receive. You see how she's taking the earth and reaching for it. I'm just gonna see what is the invitation of the card, and just read one or two sentences from the beginning. Make a list of 10 people and things for which you are grateful. Connect with the feeling of gratitude. The giveaway comes to ask you to feel the same gratitude without needing anything or anyone to inspire it, and to share this gratitude with those you meet. So very clearly, it shows me that if you have done your work and you have gone within, then you are able to share. You're able to share your very essence, your very being, right? And that's what this card is saying. Once you go in, and then inside, you start realizing that's where the power lies, not in the outside. The outside is black and white and black and white and black and white and black and white, and it's pulling. The black is saying to the white, oh, you too white, and the white is saying to the black, well, you too black. And within it, you cannot see neither. In a dark black room and in a white room, you don't see nothing. Only, of course, with your inner eye, you come to that inner understanding, that inner equilibrium. Okay? So this card is very much clear with this. So now you're able to give. Now the hummingbird, which is the number 26, is the next card, is showing me that the hummingbird is connected to the third eye, right? And again, this new moon, this inner focus, this third eye, that is steering these two animals, the horses or the sphinx, doesn't matter. This inner third eye is steering it. And here comes the hummingbird telling you, yes, focus on your third eye. Go towards it, right? And this was the June solar eclipse in Cancer. So let me see what this card is saying. 26 to you, just the invitation of the card itself. The buzzing you feel in the sound of your hummingbird wings, preparing you to say yes to a new adventure. This is not a time to linger on what has gone wrong, but to trust in the rightness of the moment and take bold action. Right? So again, this is connected to the solar eclipse that we had in Cancer, where we all said we are one. A bold action to say there is no separation. Never was, never will be. Because in the essence, we're all one. And here you have the invitation for this third eye, for this transformation into the higher, into the lunar, right? Then for the next one, the lunar eclipse in Capricorn, which was the devil, right? Again here, the card of this is out of balance. The devil doesn't exist. It's just when we're completely out of balance. This is what the card is telling us. And here you got the Time Master. Very powerful card. Incredibly spiritual understanding of time doesn't exist, right? And the number 57 brings in the number 13, the number 4, but look what's on his chest. He has the number 8, the infinite connection and understanding of time is like a loop. Time is constantly moving, right? So let me see what 57 wants you to tell you to the devil, to this infinite dance that we think time is giving us, right? 57. When the Time Master visits you, he asks a most important question. Will you break free from limited cause and effect thinking by moving beyond the linear illusion and welcoming the cyclic quality of time? Very powerful, right? So that eclipse where we rise above karma, where we rise above the good and the bad, and he's bad and he's white and he's black and they're doing this and they're doing that, right? Let's come into the center. Let's touch and create a light and get out of the time loop. Get out of it completely, because time does not exist. There's no linear timeline. There is always the present moment that witnesses the past and the present at the same time. And then now for this new moon, you got new moon in Cancer, you got the owl. And the owl, very powerful, right? Higher spiritual animal. They fly so silently, the number 39, and again a 4. A 4 and another 4 is the 8, this infinite loop, right? Connecting to it. Another 8 right here, right? So you have 8 and 4, 4. So let me see what the owl is telling you as an invitation. Look around you, notice every detail and find the hidden messages brought to you by an owl. Do not shoot the messenger. Be grateful to the friend who shows you what you have not wanted to see until now. Observe all the facets of the diamond without judgment. She sees everything, right? This owl is very powerful and is in the infinite energy with the 39. Is in the stability of the number 4, right? But together, the Time Master and the owl, they seem to be one. And together, the 4 and the 4 creates this 8, right? Here is the 8, but it's the number 4. But with the owl together, when they work together, seeing everything in this infinite loop of no time, then you become really a Time Master and you are in that infinite energy. And the beautiful thing is you do have the 8 above your head. This is your card, strength, full strength, the infinity symbol. And here it is coming in the Time Master. right? Okay, so now I would like to put to pull 2 cards of the Good Tarot and just see what the message there is from the tarot cards, right? Because this is more not really like a tarot card reading, but it's more like an accumulation now of all of it, because the next lunar eclipse is on the 30th of November. And the next solar eclipse is in December. So we have a big time now, but this new moon, I want to kind of create this recollecting of these intense times. And again, planting a new seed of what have you learned? What have you realized, right? If you have done all the other meditations, of course, right? So let's see what the tarot says, right? The Kabbalah, the Tree of Life. Okay. So 2 cards came out. First, the Tower and the 4 of Earth. We know the Tower is that breaking apart from the structure, order, discipline, and law, so that something more stable can come to us, or basically to you, right? So there is a stability now in what is breaking apart, in what is leaving. And I think what is leaving is the awareness of time, of this structure. And it again feels, when you kind of look from a distance, this energy is similar, right? There is this structure that gives us time, because a building stays for so many years, maybe even like the pyramids, thousands of years. And it gives us an illusion of the time, and this illusion is falling apart, is breaking, because of the time master. And the stability that 4 walls create is now changing and bringing you now out into this more ethereal awareness, right? Which usually the 4 of Pentacles, it's like very stable, very strong, and almost a little bit holding on to the money, saying, okay, now don't just spend the money. But here it's becoming more sensitive, more connected with these earthly belongings that are supporting us and just are always around us. So very beautiful, right? It's replacing these physical structures that are wanting to become more earthly structures that are moving with the time. And so this energy, like this giveaway, is more possible. Very beautiful. Well, my dear Leo, I hope this helps you to do your meditation. This meditation is about every person matters, right? And again, see what can you bring to the people, what can you inspire, right? And what can you just become yourself. Thank you so much for watching. Namaste.